Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to our booster session. Today, we are going to be spotlighting the Mental Health and Addictions Shared Health Library. Our library is the most comprehensive information source for substance use, misuse, gambling, and any addictions related issues in Manitoba. The library offers up-to-date, reliable information on issues, trends, and research in addictions and the mental health field. Located at 1031 Portage Avenue, the library is open to all members of the public. We also have a collection of online resources that is also available to the public. The presentation will look at the many health and wellness resources available in the library and how to access the collection of physical and online resources. So today from the library, we have Alina and Haley. So please welcome here. What we're going to be doing is showing a short video before we come back here, and that's where we will be able to answer any questions that folks may have. So please feel free to put any questions that you have into the chat, and we will come back and see you when the video is completed. So just a reminder to Haley and Alina to please turn off your camera. Thank you.
Welcome to the Mental Health and Addiction Library. The MHA Library is Manitoba's most comprehensive collection of up-to-date, reliable information relating to issues, trends, and research in the addictions field. In this video, we will do an overview of the library by discussing the types of resources and topics the library carries, how to borrow materials from the library, how to find resources using the library's online catalog or OPAC, and go over catalog features such as how to register for your library account and receive a library card, how to stay on top of new resources added to the collection, and how to access digital content. Information on addictive substances, gambling, and compulsive/addictive behaviors and mental health is at the core of the MHA Library's collection. However, we carry a broad range of topics related to addiction and mental health, including, but aren't limited to, trauma, family, motivational interviewing, mindfulness, anger, stress, and anxiety. The library carries resources in a variety of formats to reach different populations' needs and requests. Patrons are able to access ebooks, audiobooks, and stream videos from their own devices, or borrow physical DVDs, books, and demonstration tools. The library also distributes publications. Finding resources is easy using the library's online public access catalog or OPAC. To access the OPAC, visit the MHA website. You can find a link to the library here. Once you access the OPAC, you can learn more about the library by clicking the FAQ tab. To borrow resources and access digital content from the library, you first need to register. You can find the registration form here on the FAQ page or at the top of the page next to the login. You can return your completed copy of this form by mail, email, or in person at 1031 Portage Avenue in Winnipeg. Once you've registered, you will receive a library card. To sign into the OPAC, let's use John Doe as an example. We'll enter his barcode and then his last name in all lowercase letters. You can now see at the top of the page that he's logged in. Now that we're logged in, there are a few ways to search the catalog for what we're looking for. The first way is using the search bar on the home page. This search uses keyword to find items. Because of this, it will be the broadest search, and it's best to use just one word. Let's use alcohol as an example. "462 records were found. These results include all records that contain the word alcohol in any field, including title, subject heading, or even part of the corporate author. If you were looking for something more specific, like streaming videos on youth alcohol use, we can narrow down the search by using the Advanced Search tab. Here we'll put in keywords, so our first keyword will be alcohol. Our second keyword would then be youth. And we can narrow down the material type down at the bottom here and select streaming video. Another way to search would be to use the Popular Searches tab. Select a topic from the drop-down menu. Maybe you'd like to borrow a few books from the library on a specific topic. To find more information on each resource, click the title to open the record. Give it a few seconds to open. Once you're in the record, you can see information such as the call number. This is where it's located in our library, a description, as well as an abstract. Clicking the Browse button will take you back to your search results. When you find something you would like to borrow, select the item and click Save to Book Bag. When you are ready to send your request to the library, you can either click on View Book Bag, up a little bit higher here, or go to the My Library tab. You can do a few things from this tab, but first let's send our request. Check the box beside the item you'd like to request. Then just push the Send Request button. Enter your information in the form. Make sure to tell us where to send the items or if you will come into the library to get them. Then you can just do the Send Request button up here in the corner. Library staff will contact you about your request as soon as possible. Because you are logged in, you will also be able to see your loans from the My Loans tab. You can view your current loans as well as past loans. You can stay up to date on new resources by checking the New Resources tab. Logging on to the catalog also gives you direct access to our digital collection. Overdrive is where you will find our collection of ebooks and audiobooks. Make sure to download the Libby app if you want to take your ebooks and audiobooks on the go with you. Stream documentaries, movies, and other videos with Kanopy. Note the login for access to the Kanopy platform. The Streaming Videos tab provides access to videos geared towards mainly youth audiences, with many coming with a teacher's guide. For access to free scholarly articles, we have links to Google Scholar and PubMed in the Research Articles tab. Library staff are more than happy to help if you have trouble accessing digital resources or would like answers to any questions about the library. Thank you. This concludes our video presentation.
Aw, thanks, Melissa. Melissa's voice on that presentation. Awesome. I always forget, just the amazing resources that you folks have at the library. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them now, but I have a couple of questions just while we wait for people. Can you gals tell me a little bit maybe about your hours for the library for the public or for anybody who's looking to get, in-hand resources?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you just saw our address, 1031 Portage Avenue. We are open to the public Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. So anyone's welcome to come on in, have a look at our physical collections, and again, our online resources are available 24 hours a day wherever there's an internet connection.
Perfect. And I think you had some resources that you wanted to share with us as well.
Yes, we pulled some of our most popular resources related to health and wellness, since that's the topic of this lovely booster session today. So we have just 5, and we picked some that are available as physical books in our library, but also as ebooks and audiobooks as well. So if you're interested in any of these titles, they're available a bunch of different ways to make sure they get into your hands. So one of our favorites, Daring Greatly, Brene Brown. This one's a little bit newer, Happy Days by Gabrielle Bernstein, very popular as well. Another classic, The Myth of Normal by Gabor Mate and Daniel Mate, so his son.
That is a big book. I didn't realize that book was that big.
That one. It's a really good book. And we also have workbooks available in our library. So these can be completed by folks who are looking to just do some personal work themselves. They're also really handy for clinicians who are looking for like activities, kind of like more guided things to do with clients as well. So we have this one, a workbook on boundaries. And we have workbooks on a bunch of different topics as well. So if workbooks kind of piques your interest, let us know. We have a whole bunch of topics. This is our second one, self-compassion, another really helpful topic. One of our favorite parts of our jobs is recommending resources. So if anyone's interested, like looking for anything, a topic in mind, or just, any questions at all, we love getting questions. We love getting the right book into the right hands. So always reach out.
For sure. And, I remember there was a time in my career too, where I actually worked in the building beside the library at 1041, and it used to, women's in-house treatment. And I know sometimes we would rush over to the library looking for like a quick video that we could put in, or photocopy some of those workbook pieces out of those books to bring them into groups and do process. I mean, it's just such a fantastic resource.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to have a lot of different resources for a lot of different purposes as well.
So there is a question here. So I learned some great new tips for using the features of the website that I didn't know before. I was wondering how often you get in new resources and materials.
Yeah, we put in orders pretty often. How often would you say, Alina?
Like monthly, but we do get quite a bit. So we probably every week, every week we add new resources. If they're electronic resources or physical copies, we get them in our collection like almost every week. And you can see them right away under our new resources tab as soon as we enter them.
So if you're interested specifically in knowing the newest things we have in our collection, you can always hit that new resources tab and it'll show all the newest things that have just been added.
Perfect. How long can people borrow the physical copies of the books and workbooks and movies for?
Yeah, we try to be really flexible with due dates because it's more important that things are being used for us than just sitting on the shelves. For members of the public, we usually stick to a 2-week deadline, and for members of staff, usually they need items for longer, especially if they're working with them clinically. So that would be usually around a month. However, we try to stay very adaptable and understanding. So we just say, we'll start with this due date, But if you need more time, simply let us know. It's very easy to renew something. So you can always stop in person, email, phone call. We can always be flexible with that.
You know, a great thing about Shared Health is that we are, support the regional health authorities all over the province, right? So all the way up to Thompson, Churchill, Brandon and other areas. How would folks get physical copies of these books up there?
Yeah, so one way is, again, just get in contact with us some way. You saw in the how-to video how to request a specific resource. And again, if you maybe don't know exactly the thing you're looking for, you can always send us an email. We can go back and forth kind of selecting resources, and then we'll just simply mail them to you. If you're anywhere in the province, then we just ask that you mail them back to us when you're done. And that's no problem. We can get you those online resources. We can send you physical things as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. Is there anything else that you gals wanted to add before we sign off for the day?
Well, I think I just wanted to highlight our passion for what we do. We love staying up to date for information, and we love making sure that information is useful to the people who need it. So any book suggestions, any topic suggestions, areas to develop our collection, we really try to respond to what people need our library to be. So if there's anything that we don't have, but that you think that we should, or that would be helpful, that if we did, we are so excited to hear about any suggestions, any questions, any comments. We love working with people to make sure that we are serving our patrons, our borrowers as best we can. That's what it is to work in a library, is to make sure that we are doing our best to help people with what they need. So, always.
Great. Alina, anything that you wanted to add?
No, we just like, yeah, we try to have resources from everybody, from general public to like, self-books, even personal stories, to all the way to professionals and clinical resources. So yeah, we just welcome everybody to come and see us, and if you have any questions or suggestions, just send them our way, and we're really happy to help anybody.
Absolutely.
That's great. I think one of the things that I love about the library too is you never leave empty-handed, right? Like between the posters that you have and the bookmarks and the fiddle toys and, there's all sorts of pamphlets even to pick, on your way out as well. I know other organizations will leave their pamphlets with you guys as well.
Exactly. There's a lot of publication that people come in to take for other agencies, or even other agencies to use with their clients.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we can mail those out too if people are not able to come in the library to get them. So.
And just more feedback about what an amazing resource.
Yeah. Oh,
so
good.
thank you guys so much. So nice to see you. And to everybody else, have a wonderful day. And we hope that you enjoyed this booster session. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.